King Jr. Got another video for y'all. What's next for Terrance Crawford at this point? Terrance Crawford recently lost his big dream fight against Errol Spence Jr., IBF and WBC champion. And here's my take on this situation. Terrance Crawford, I don't know what you're gonna do next. He says he's planning on fighting the winner today for the undisputed showdown between Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez. That could be a decent fight, but Terrance Crawford, you have to fight somebody now at this point, because now you've been chasing Manny Pacquiao for 7 years and you didn't even get the fight. This is what happens when you rush another fighter and you don't make the proper negotiations to get the fight. As we know, Bob Arum stated that he didn't want Manny Pacquiao fighting Terrance Crawford because Bob Arum was Manny Pacquiao's friend in some other matter. After a whole money situation, he didn't want to see Manny Pacquiao get hurt. But at the end of the day, they didn't promise Manny Pacquiao the $40 million. Pacquiao wanted an 80-20 split, and the split never happened. The fight was supposed to take place in Dubai. Manny Pacquiao clearly, Bob Arum says that Manny Pacquiao was having problems with his, I guess you could say his contract with fighting in the U.S. He couldn't fight in the U.S., but it seems to me that Manny Pacquiao is fighting in the U.S. to fight Errol Spence in Las Vegas, Nevada. So that ought to tell you something about Bob Arum. Bob Arum has been consistently lying, #blame Bob Arum. But at the end of the day, Terrance Crawford, you have to fight somebody on your resume. You have to go back and get Sean Porter. If you don't go back and get Sean Porter, right, and you're fighting these guys for undisputed that's just now coming up to 147, they're going to still look at you. That's not a big name. You're just now fighting these guys, and they're just getting comfortable and established at the division of 147. At this point in the matter, that ought to tell you something about Bob Arum. Bob Arum has been lying to you, Terrance Crawford. Why are you still want to sign with this man? Why are you taking the easy route? Why are you not fighting the high-level competition? You cannot say nothing about Errol resume now. Roy Jones Jr., you cannot say nothing about Errol resume now. He's fighting Manny Pacquiao. He's fighting a legend. Manny Pacquiao may be old, but he's still a beast. But the point of the matter is, what is next for Terrance Crawford? Terrance Crawford needs to fight a big name immediately. He needs to go after Eugenio Ugas for the WBA belt. If he doesn't go after Eugenio Ugas for the WBA belt, this will just be a waste for Terrance Crawford's whole career. You know, he's been fighting low-level competition, and the only thing he will get his recognition is for undisputed at 140, but that's in the past. But at the end of the day, Terrance Crawford, you need to fight a big name. You need to try to fight Eugenio Ugas so you can get this belt, so you can at least get a 50-50 split with Errol Spence, or 60-40. But I don't know if that's going to happen. The point of the matter is, Terrance Crawford, you need a big fight. Errol Spence is making you look like a clown right now. How does that make you feel? He took your biggest fight for 7 years that you wanted, but you couldn't get it now because Errol Spence got Manny Pacquiao. And Errol Spence is a good guy. He didn't even beg Manny Pacquiao for the fight. Errol Spence said he didn't even want to fight Manny Pacquiao, but apparently Manny Pacquiao wanted to fight Errol Spence, and we all thought that Pacquiao wasn't going to fight Errol Spence, but it turned out he wanted to fight Errol Spence. This is what happens when you don't promise a man and give it his money. Y'all should have gave Pacquiao the 80-20 split. You know, you always like taking low money from fighters anyway, but anyway, Terrance Crawford needs a big name on his resume now before it's too late, before his career will be all for nothing. You have all that great talent, and you're going to waste it for nothing. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Oh, yeah. #blame Bob. Let's get the subscribers up to 1K. This is your boy, King Jr. I'm out of here. Peace.